The conspiracy to control knowledge. What if I told you the destruction of the Library of Alexandria wasn't an accident or a mere tragedy of war? What if it was part of a systematic effort to erase knowledge and control the flow of information? The Library of Alexandria wasn't just burned, it was deliberately targeted. Why? Because whoever controls knowledge controls power, and the truth about its destruction might just shake the foundations of history itself. In this video, we're uncovering the forgotten story of the Library of Alexandria, the priceless knowledge it held, and the sinister forces that may have orchestrated its demise. Was it a random act of destruction, or something far more calculated? Stay with us as we unravel one of history's greatest mysteries. The glory of the library. Imagine an ancient repository of human knowledge so vast, it sought to collect every book, scroll, and fragment of wisdom ever written. That was the Library of Alexandria. Founded in the 3rd century BCE by Ptolemy I, a general of Alexander the Great, the library aimed to house the collective wisdom of the ancient world. It wasn't just a building, it was an intellectual hub where the greatest minds of the time gathered to study, debate, and innovate. From mathematics and astronomy to medicine and philosophy, the library was said to hold hundreds of thousands of texts, including works from Egypt, Greece, India, Persia, and beyond. It was a beacon of knowledge, a place where cultures intersected and ideas flourished. But with great knowledge comes great power. And power, as we know, can provoke envy, fear, and greed. The theories of destruction. So, what happened to this treasure trove of wisdom? History tells us the Library of Alexandria was burned, but by whom and why? The truth is murky, and the theories are as controversial as they are fascinating. One popular account blames Julius Caesar. In 48 BCE, during his siege of Alexandria, Caesar's forces allegedly set fire to the city, with the flames spreading to the library. But this story is far from confirmed, and some historians argue that only a portion of the collection was destroyed during this time. Another theory points to early Christian zealots. As Christianity spread through the Roman Empire, many pagan texts and institutions were seen as heretical. Some suggest that the library was targeted during this period, its contents destroyed to align with the new religious orthodoxy. Still others blame the Islamic conquest of Alexandria in the 7th century CE. It's said that Caliph Omar ordered the destruction of the remaining scrolls, claiming, if the books agree with the Quran, they are redundant. If they contradict it, they are heresy. However, modern scholars debate the accuracy of this claim. The truth may never be fully known, but one thing is clear. The loss of the Library of Alexandria wasn't a single event. It was a gradual, systematic erasure, one that took place over centuries, driven by political, religious, and cultural forces. The knowledge they didn't want us to have voice over. Why was the Library of Alexandria such a threat? To answer this, we need to understand what it represented. The library housed knowledge that challenged the status quo, texts that questioned authority, explored radical ideas, and held the potential to upend societal norms. This wasn't just academic curiosity, it was dangerous to those in power. For example, it's believed the library contained advanced medical knowledge, including surgical techniques and herbal remedies that could rival modern practices. Imagine if this wisdom had survived, how different might our world be today? Astronomy and mathematics were also key areas of study. Some scholars theorize that texts in the library hinted at a heliocentric model of the solar system centuries before Copernicus. Such ideas would have directly challenged religious doctrines of the time. To those in power, controlling knowledge meant controlling people. Destroying the library wasn't just an act of war or fanaticism, it was a calculated move to suppress dissent and maintain authority. The legacy of lost knowledge. The destruction of the Library of Alexandria remains one of the greatest tragedies in human history. But what if its knowledge wasn't entirely lost? Fragments of its wisdom may still survive today, hidden in other libraries, passed down through oral traditions, or embedded in the works of later scholars. The Renaissance, for example, was fueled by rediscovered texts that echoed the spirit of Alexandria. And now, in the digital age, we have the chance to create a new Library of Alexandria, one that can't be burned or erased. Platforms like the internet hold the promise of preserving and sharing knowledge on an unprecedented scale. A call to protect knowledge. The story of the Library of Alexandria isn't just about the past. It's a warning for the future. Knowledge is power, but it's also fragile. It can be suppressed, twisted, or destroyed if we're not vigilant. What will we do with the knowledge we have? Will we guard it, share it, and use it to uplift humanity? Or will we let it slip through our fingers once again? The Library of Alexandria may be gone, but its spirit lives on. Let's honor it by preserving the wisdom of our time and fighting for the free flow of ideas. After all, the greatest threat to knowledge isn't fire, it's forgetting.